Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today is super fun, getting into it, diving into it. We will be talking about the truth behind the Denver housing market.
All right, guys, let's check it out. What's up, guys? I'm Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. If it's your first time visiting our channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, while you're here, hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell because we're dropping a new one of these every Tuesday and every Thursday, telling you everything there is to know about moving to Denver and really the entire surrounding area as well.
100%. And we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means just as much as we love making these videos for you guys, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to.
That's right.
That being said, rain or shine, we're here, we're getting you guys, and it's gonna be fun. I'm already in a rain jacket, which means the flannel jackets, and the winter's coming very soon. We're excited for that. A lot of seasonal stuff in Colorado tends to be super fun, but something else that's fun to talk about is our housing market, the truth behind it, and what it looks like specifically for you guys.
That's right. And guys, videos like this are more relevant now than ever. Things are literally changing by the month when it comes to interest rates, housing, everything like that. So we're trying to keep you guys really up to date and in the know as far as what is going on currently. That way, you've got the best information to make your decision going forward. All right, so let's take a look at the stats as they are right now in early October 2022. Earlier this year, we saw a spike in interest rates, which you guys probably all know. From there, that really cooled off a lot of buyers, right? Because everyone's trying to feel out the market a little bit. However, man, we've still been helping a ton of you guys move here because what we're finding is that there still is a ton of opportunity because now you're not having to offer $100,000 over asking price.
Right, long story short, guys, you've got more inventory that's on the market right now, almost double from what it was 7 months ago, which is
94%.
What did you say?
Higher than this time last year.
Which is awesome, right? So it gives you plenty of opportunity. However, yes, interest rates have climbed, but let's talk about that, right? So first and foremost, hear me out on this. Even though home prices are starting to come back down because you've got more inventory, which means the more supply you have, the less demand and less over asking price you have to go. So home prices are starting to come back down to planet Earth. However, because of our amazing economy out here and how much equity that homeowners have here, one, we're still 11% higher than we were last year. What that means for you as a buyer is that, hey, sellers have plenty of equity, which means if you are buying a home and you've got a slightly higher rate, sellers are happy to help with concessions right now in order to help buy your rate down because they've got plenty of equity and they appreciate you as a buyer during this time. So are you still gonna have a slightly higher interest rate than you did 7 months ago? Yeah, like it's not hard to get your interest rate into the fours.
Nope.
Speaking from personal experience. So hey, you can do that. The benefit is, even though that's a little bit higher than what it was 7 months ago, which is just not coming back. We're not getting 2%, 1.9% interest on homes for a long time.
Shouldn't even been that low to begin
with. And when we get that, it's not good for the economy to have free money, right? So will it go back into the threes, come back down to the fours, and you can buy it to the threes? Absolutely. But what I'm getting at is if you can stomach a slightly higher rate and get yourself into the fours, but you have an opportunity to have the house that you want. Because guys, people that were buying 7 months ago, I promise you, a lot of them don't love the home that they're in. They purchased a home that they could find for themselves, and and the offer that they won to just get them where they needed because time was a factor for them. Not loving the home, not it being their dream home, time was a factor to just get here to Colorado. But right now you've got the leisure to look at a ton of homes, find the one that's right for you in the right location, and still have a seller happy to work with you and buy concessions in order for you to have that home and have the rate that you need, even though it'll still slightly be a little bit higher. But again, that speaks to our economy here and the fact that homes are still 11% higher, and we've been great. Our economy's been solid for a long time. Homeowners have a ton of equity. That lower price point right now is not taking all of their equity away unless they've refied 19 times, right? Like they have it to give. You still want to be a buyer. So believe it or not, this could be one of the better markets for you to be a buyer in if you can negotiate that contract appropriately and get the house that you love, that you want, at a rate that's adequate for you right now.
And that's 100% accurate. I think right now it's 10 times better to be buying than it was a year ago because like Will said, again, you can get concessions, you can get a great interest rate. You really, really can. For anyone that we're going through and we're purchasing on right now, we're getting concessions, zero problem, buying that interest rate down. Man, I would rather keep that extra 100 grand in my pocket that I would normally have to offer over asking price. Correct. And then just refi in a couple years when rates drop down.
Correct, and just from personal experience, because we are having another kid. I've shared that with this channel. You guys are like family for us. So hey, we are going to be going back toward into South Shore to be closer to in-laws who help us a ton with our kids. So that required us to make a purchase. So just letting you know, we made a purchase in South Shore at $1,081,000, and we got a rate into the mid-4s. Phenomenal. But guys, out of all the houses we could look at out there, awesome. And we found a corner lot or house that we want. It's amazing. It's a toll brother. We're super happy with it. Could the rate be better than mid-4s? Yeah, absolutely. But the $25,000 concession that the sellers were happy to give that allowed us to buy that rate down makes it super adequate. We're happy with it. It's a home we want to be in for a while. And do we have potential to refi down the road a year from now, 2 years from now? Absolutely. But what you don't always have an opportunity to do is find the house that you love, that you want to be in for a while, that your family feels good in. And that's what we feel great when it comes to this house. Toll Brothers is amazing. It's got every upgrade you could think of, plus an additional $200,000 that homeowner put into that home. Corner lot. It's literally on South Shore Parkway, right by the lake house. Like, I'm super excited for it, but I promise you, that house 7 months ago didn't even hit the market.
Oh, no way.
Wasn't even an option, right? So to be able to have that opportunity is amazing, and we're happy with it. And I'd rather stomach maybe a point higher and be in the mid-4s than maybe in the 3s that you're gonna get a year from now, but then I can't get the home that I want, right? So
100%.
Something to think about.
Let's talk overall supply. Are sellers still selling in Colorado? Tying into what Will just said, sellers generally have a lot of equity still in their home because we had seen so much appreciation over the past 5 years, not just the past 2 years from COVID, but from the past 5, 7, 10 years, just as Colorado organically has been growing, not factoring in the COVID bubble, right, the pent up buyer demand. But we are seeing homes, he said 94% increase. That means sellers are still selling. On top of that, homes are sitting an average of 19 days, which is 74% higher than they were this time last year.
Correct. And hey guys, during that like post-pandemic, as far as everybody going out there and you have an interest rate at 1.9 and 2% and 2.1, like inventory was super low. One, you saw people that were just uncomfortable as far as like getting out there. But secondly, guys, this is what is so great for sellers right now. Even though they're gonna get less for their home, they understand that they have to go buy. So they're okay to lose a little bit of money right now helping you with your rate or that overall price just coming down a little bit because they still have a ton of equity, because they can go be a strong buyer right now and get the same favors from the seller for wherever they're buying that they're giving. So whatever they think they're hypothetically losing and helping a buyer on that rate, they can then go get that same benefit as a buyer, and they've got options. What people weren't understanding when the market was so hot in the 2% interest rate but low inventories, because why would you sell your house then and have nothing to go choose from? Why wouldn't you just refi and get the 2% rate and then take that equity you had and remodel your kitchen, update your bathrooms, update your bedrooms, right? And then hold on to it for another year or two and then sell, or just keep it for a while. But the bottom line was sellers were super nervous back then because there was just no inventory for them to move into. So unless they were moving out of state or unless they just had to for life circumstances, they weren't selling. And inventory numbers showed that. That's why inventory was so low. Now that we have a more stable, healthy market, now that sellers have opportunities as far as still buying something else here in Colorado, well, it makes them more apt to sell, which means you have more inventory on the market right now. So as much as people don't think that it's the seller's market, you've really got to go over your circumstances. You've really got to go over, hey, whatever money that you don't make on your house, you're going to save when you buy. It's still a win-win here in Colorado, and that speaks again to the economy. So when you're looking at it from an individual seller perspective and or a buyer perspective, or both at the same time, a lot of great benefits for not only now, but the next 2 years moving forward.
Now, as you guys are doing your home searches, maybe you are on the Mile High Property Brothers app, which you can download using the link below.
Maybe.
Or go to your app store.
Maybe.
Download the Mile High Property Brothers app. As you're doing your home searches on there, if you were on there, let's call it a year ago, if your purchase price was up to $750, I would suggest you search up to $700 maybe to account for going over asking. Now it's the opposite. When we've got people and they're like, hey, I'm shopping up to $750, you know what we're doing? We're setting that home search for $800.
Correct.
Understanding that, hey, if that home doesn't do a price reduction on its own, they may be very well open to an under asking price offer.
And even if they weren't, if you think that's still a little bit too high for you, if you have not looked at rates specifically with the lender, our preferred lender, Scott Leffert, can help you out, but looking at a 2-1 buy down or just an overall 30-year fixed rate buy down based off of what a seller is willing to do for you, that's gonna give you a more accurate articulation of what that loan would look like on a home at $800. Because if you're looking at it for the average interest rate and it's showing 7.25 or 6.75, and you don't realize that you could get to mid-4s fours, that's gonna throw your numbers off and take you out of where you think you can buy.
Yep.
So you could be looking at 750 now, thinking that you can do the 800 unless they come down. If they don't come down, but they buy down and help you out with that, you'd be surprised the affordability. So really it's just a case-by-case basis. It's what sellers are willing to do for you, seller per seller, and then overall what that package looks like for you and what you're willing to spend. But the bottom line is home prices have come down, can get even more buy down from your seller. So bang for buck, what you guys are getting, it's a great time for that stuff, right? Like, so not only just understanding that home prices can come down, but just understanding that a lot of them, even just going on the market where they're starting the list price, has already adjusted and come down. So again, just looking at asking price, starting price, list price, bang for buck, what's on there for 800 or 750 or 1 million is significantly different than 7, 8, 9 months ago, what was 750.
Yeah, you can't even compare it, guys. So bottom line, there's a ton of opportunity out there, and it is more important now than ever to connect with some agents who know what they're doing and also have the connections within the lending world, because lending is so much more important now because it's all about the products. It's all about the 2-1 buy downs, like you said. Like, there are products out there that we can get a seller to pay for that will get your interest rate ridiculously low, but it's all about getting the right team around you that has access to those.
And just understanding circumstantially, like, hey, what are you guys in it for, and what makes it a great time for you guys to buy, right? Because even though as much as we talk about a year ago or 8 months ago, some people just because of necessity or whatever it may be, that was their decision. That's what they had to do. Not a problem, right? Like, now that you've got some opportunity now, just as much as people can find some reasons to, hey, not buy or sell right now based off of their personal circumstances, not a problem. However, there are some circumstances that could make it a great time to buy. The bottom line is, guys, we did over 100 homes last year from this channel alone. I think it was 120 or 127 families, homes, transactions that we did from this channel alone. We love helping you guys. We have our finger on the pulse. And the bottom line is, this content is for you, our service is for you, and making sure that whether it's now or a year from now, we're helping you guys out with your process and making sure that whenever that time is for you, we do it adequately and proficient, and you guys are happy with that product, right? So as that reminder, that number is popping back up below. Yes, we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, and yes, just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs, and we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, who's distracting me? If we can help you, we would love to. But guys, until next video, you guys enjoy your recent fall weather, enjoy your weekend that's coming up, and we will see you guys very soon.
See you guys. Now,